Jessie Mifsud, Blue Door Yoga and Wellness here. I am going to show you how to get into Viparita Kirani, your Queen's pose, which is legs up the wall. So this posture is a posture that I recommend everyone do daily. The only contraindication is if you are on your period, Ayurvedically, you are in Apana Vayu, and Apana Vayu is where the energy is trying to release out. And if you are upside down in an inversion, you are actually keeping energy locked in, and you don't want to do that. So if you're on your period, please do not do this posture. Wait until you are off your period to do it. Otherwise, this posture is available to everyone any time of the day, and there are no other contraindications. So it is great for helping with insomnia, anxiety, just calms the mind, resets the circulatory system. It's an amazing, amazing pose. So if you are having problems sleeping, or if you suffer from any anxiety or depression or anything like that, 15 minutes of this pose daily is going to do you wonders. So definitely check it out, try it out. Not easy to get into. So a lot of people have problems with this pose. So I wanted to give you a little tutorial on how to get into this pose. I have major flexi ribs and a pretty flexible spine. So I really love having a lift underneath my sacrum to when I get into this pose. So I'm going to show it to you with a blanket up against the wall. I also love having a bolster underneath my sacrum, so I would just switch out the blanket for a bolster, so you can definitely do that. Or if you don't have a super flexy spine, then you can do it with no prop in the way. So I'm going to set this up so that I have the long edge of the blanket. So it's in a traditional yoga fold. So it's in your traditional yoga fold. Long edge of the blanket is going to be parallel to the baseboard or the wall if you don't have a baseboard. And then from here, same thing with the bolster. If you're using a bolster, you would have the long edge of the bolster up against the wall. And then the easiest way to get into it doesn't matter what hip you come into, you are going to press the hip up against the wall. You're going to take, so this actually is a lot easier. So especially if you're on a bolster, the best way to do this is to come to line on your side. And then press your sit bones up against the wall. So your sit bones are going to be up against the wall. You're going to come to lie down, and then on your inhale, sweep the legs up. Sit bones are probably, or should be, touching the wall. Now, that may not be available to everyone. Sorry, you guys, for looking at the top of my head as I talk. But having the sit bones up against the wall may not be available to everyone. It really depends on the shape of your hamstrings and what's happening with tightness in the hamstrings. So if you're really tight in your hamstrings, you're probably going to benefit from moving the sit bones away from the wall. So just kind of like scooting yourself so that you don't have your sit bones right against the wall. That's going to give you a little bit of space in the backs of the legs, and it's going to allow you to have a fuller breath. So your legs are coming straight out of the hip sockets. I like to just let my feet be soft, and I like to have my arms come away from my torso, palms face up. That feels good for me. If you have tight shoulders and you want to get a little more into the shoulder girdle, you can take your arms into cactus, where they're like goalposts bent at the elbows, palms face up. So this is 15 minutes. Best time to do it is to do it right before bed. And I'm telling you, you will sleep like a baby. So check it out. Tell me what you think of it. And hopefully this really improves your sleep, anxiety levels, and overall well-being. Viparita Kirani, wonderful pose, Queen's pose.